coming up in a few minutes. Cerritos College and Grossmont, 3C2A women's basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Grossmont coming in with a record of 1-11. They've lost 9 in a row. 10-8 on the season are the Lady Falcons. But they have also dropped a few in a row here versus Palomar, Skyline, and Mount San Antonio. Played Mount Sac pretty close, though, in a 60-57 loss back before the first of the year, December 28th. And they get throttled by Palomar their last time out. Palomar, one of the top teams in the state of California. Join myself, Mike Cepeda, just joining off on the call. Coming up in a couple minutes, Falcons and the Griffins, Cerritos and Grossmont. It's 3C2A women's basketball live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. You can catch this broadcast on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Cerritos coming in with a record of 10-8, losers of 3 in a row, 9 in a row dropped by Grossmont. 1-11 on the year. Starting for Cerritos, Yesenia Rendon, Lynette Garcia, Carolina Cuevas, Jessica Gomez, and Serena Rendon. For Grossmont and the Griffins, it'll be Chiara Matern, Leslie Black, Drew Mendoza, Devon Horton, and Satori Roberson. Ready to tip things off here will likely be the 6'3" sophomore center, Satori Roberson, for Grossmont. She's going to battle up with Carolina Cuevas. About to get underway, and here we go. Grossmont wins the tip. Mendoza off the matter. Roberson inside. Right-handed hook shot is good. So the Griffins strike first blood here. Lead it 2-0. Cuevas in the mid post. Gives out. That's a travel. Serena Rendon with a quick hop. And we're going back the other way. Some full court pressure. Three-quarter court press, and we're going to have a backcourt violation called against Chiara Matern. So possession back here to Cerritos. Senia thought about it from deep. Her sister will fire away, but she stepped on the sideline, so it's out of bounds. So dueling turnovers here. And Grossmont still with a 2-0 early lead. Matern bringing it up, has her pass deflected, intended for Roberson. Roberson able to get a hand on it. She's fouled. So we go against Jessica Gomez. Matern will bring it in. They stack it up. They break it. They're looking for Roberson. That's a great catch and find Roberson in and out. It was halfway down. Rebounded here by the Griffins. That was Devon Horton. Horton off to Mendoza. Matern kicks it back to Mendoza at the top. Wide open three from the top of the key. Off the mark right. Nice box out here from Serena Rendon. Gets it back to Jasenia. First quarter action. Jasenia pulls up and puts the Falcons on the board. Broadcasting live from the campus of Cerritos College, the Aviary. Game 2 on the day. Matern from the corner. That shot up and good. So Chiara Matern gives the Griffins back the lead at 5-2. Senia driving the lane, gets a nice screen from Cuevas. Cuevas right there, and Rendon gets her own rebound. Jasenia puts it up and in. 5-4. Roberson kicks it over Matern, just hit a three. She steps on the sideline. Shot off the mark. Substitution here for Cerritos. Renisha Billups will check into the ball game here for the Falcons, trailing by 1. Billups along with Jay Johnson will come in for Cerritos. Senia from way downtown, bang. Jasenia on the season shoots at about 32%. There's a steal. Jasenia to the rack. Up and good. Jasenia Rendon show early on for the Falcons. Quick lead out to them at 9-5. It's a 9-3 run here for Cerritos after they trailed 2-0. That went off of Matern. Johnson inside pass. That was intended for a cutting Renisha Billups, and Billups wrong-footed there. It goes out of bounds off of Billups, and it'll go back to the Griffins. 6:52 to go in the first quarter. It's 9-5. Falcons with a 4-point lead. Bad pass stolen. Billups over to Serena. Serena Rendon. In the corner to Gomez. Gomez driving the lane, puts up a floater. That shot no good. Rebounded by Jay Johnson. Another possession for Cerritos. Rendon kicks it to Rendon. This time it's Serena with the triple. Timeout, Grossmont. full court pressure here from the Falcons. Griffin's able to score it away. Roberson trying to lay it up. Not in, but she's fouled. It's going to go against Billups. Pretty good look there for Roberson. Kind of rushed a little bit. Free throw just right. The Falcons are coached by Tricia Kozlowski. Brianna Baker, head coach for Grossmont. A missed free throw, but another possession on the offensive rebound for the Griffins. And they'll reset with a new clock, trailing by 7, 12-5. In the first quarter, 6:01 to go. Mendoza dribbling up and down. She's looking for Roberson. This is a steal by Jay Johnson. Jay Johnson up ahead of Jasenia Rendon. Layup not good. Johnson with the offensive board. Kicks it out. She's looking for Cuevas. Check that. This is Gomez. Gomez over to Billups. Back to Jasenia Rendon. Rendon from way downtown up top. Just short. Serena Belzerat with an offensive board. Gomez in the corner from three. That one off the top of the backboard. Tapped out by Jay Johnson. Serena thought about it from three. Kicks it out to Gomez. Gomez back to the top of the key. Rendon to Rendon. This time this is Jasenia driving the lane. She's fouled by Roberson. And Jasenia Rendon going to the line for two. Sustenance lifeline coming through in the name of Jeffrey Stoynoff. First free throw up and good by Jasenia. Substitutions in. This is Mariah Laura for Cerritos. She'll come on for Billups. Roberson off. Sarai Saj, or check that, Janelle Rousseau checks in for Grossmont. (14-5). We're in the first quarter. 5:11 to go. Mid-post entry. Mattern from three. Off the back iron. Rousseau tracks down the offensive board. It's tapped out over back to Mattern. Mattern kicks it out. This is Mendoza. Turnover. Gomez now with it. Gives off to Laura. Laura now takes over ball handling duties. Garcia back into the ball game. This is Gomez. Gomez a little long from the baseline. Coming up on the 4-minute mark here in the first quarter. You're watching 3C2A women's basketball live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Game 2 of the day. Mattern into the lane, and she puts it up and puts it in. So Mattern, well, she has at least 5. She has a triple and that layup. I wonder if she has all 7. Johnson spins in. Gomez looks like she was fouled. No foul call made. So Grossmont now with possession. Back the other way comes Drew Mendoza, and she has that one blocked out of bounds by Jay Johnson. Cuevas back into the ball game along with Jasenia. Jasenia with a near steal. Taps it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Griffins. .336 to go in the first quarter. The Falcons have lapped Grossmont 14-7. Mid-post entry to Rousseau. Kick it back. Free ball not there from Black, but Rusaw another offensive rebound. She has 2 in limited action. Matern from 3. Matern, Chiara gets the Griffins into double digits, cuts the lead to 4 for Cerritos. That ball tapped out of bounds by Rusaw from Cuevas. Cuevas will come off. She'll be replaced by Sarah Hernandez. Also into the battle, it's Kayla Staiana. Senia from downtown, a long 3 off the back iron. Under 3 to go in the first quarter. Near steal there for Staiana. Lead cut to 2 here for Cerritos at 14-12. Jasenia on the drive. Kicks it over in the corner. This is Staiana. Oh, nice feed inside, but missing point blank. That was Sarah Hernandez. The rebound off to Grossmont. They can take the lead with a triple here. You have to make sure you have Chiara Matern covered. She has the ball right now. She's been the offense here in the first half for Grossmont. It's fine inside. That's a great steal. Good convergence there by Hernandez. Jasenia to Billups. Billups can't lay it up and in. Rebound off to Grossmont. Here's Drew Mendoza. Mendoza looking for Matern. Matern thought about the 3. She'll go to the floater. That shot off the back iron. Rebound. Tapped out of bounds. It's going to stay with Grossmont. Kayla Staiana. Senia gets a hand on it, back to Drew Mendoza. Mendoza alertly fires it up wide open from 17 feet. So we're tied up at 14 all. Well, Grossmont weathering the storm early here, and they've knotted things up at 14 apiece. Serena Rendon in the corner looking for her sister Yesenia. Yesenia bluffs out the 3, drives the lane. A lot of contact, don't call. She lays it up and lays it in. Cerritos now back with a lead at 16-14. 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Mendoza out front, left-handed layup, not good. Going to be a charge. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. The lead in possession here with Cerritos. They lead it by 2. Jasenia, or check that, that's Serena wide open from 3. Doesn't get much easier than that. Back to a 5-point advantage for Cerritos. Mendoza going to try to respond from the top of the key. That one hit the backboard first. It's rebounded by the Griffins. That was Devon Horton. Horton couldn't finish point blank. It's off to Jasenia Rendon. Rendon with the shot clock turned off. This could be the final possession here in the first quarter. Has it spinning around, finds Serena. She just hit a 3. She'll be short on the next. Rebound fought for and won. This is Cuevas. Cuevas kicks it back. 5 on the clock. She gets it back. Will Serena get one off? She won't. We'll go in at the end of 1. 19-14. You are watching 3C2A Women's Basketball live on SoCal College Sports. .15 on the shot clock. Able to get a shot up and a rebound by Cuevas. Check that, Lynette Garcia on the putback. And the score. Just underway here, second quarter. Gomez picks up the foul. Mariah Laura will check back into the ball game. She'll come on for Jessica Gomez. Laura, Lynette Garcia, both of the Rendon sisters, and Cuevas on the floor right now for Cerritos, showing a 2-3 zone. They are shading Matern, who's been very hot from three. Roberson unable to track down the rebound. It's Yesenia Rendon all the way, puts it up and puts it in. Under 9 to go here in the first half. It's the second quarter. Pass nearly intercepted. It's an easy layup on the doorstep by Sarai Sarge. Back to a 7-point advantage for Cerritos. Serena banks it up and bakes it in. Crafty move by one of the Rendon sisters. Quick three here from Leslie Black. Griffins hanging around here. Shot up by Yesenia, no good. Scrum for it. Laura forces a jump ball, arrow in favor of the Griffins, so the ball will stay here. Mendoza at the top of the key, gives it off to Black, who just hit a three. Return guarded by Laura. Banner at the mid post. Roberson with a push off and a foul. Going back the other way. 7:44 to go in the first half. Back to a 6-point advantage for the Falcons. We're live from the aviary on the campus of Cerritos College. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on today's call. Yesenia gives off to Laura. Laura brings it back out, nearly stolen by Drew Mendoza. Garcia kicks out. This is Yesenia looking inside to Cuevas. Cuevas looking for position, can't get it. She'll have to kick it out. 9 on the shot clock. Garcia driving the lane. Finds Serena. That's a beautiful find. And the finish there, Garcia to Rendon. Ball out of bounds. It's going to go off of Grossmont. Serena from deep. chalk up another 3 for the Rendon sisters. Lead out to double digits here for Cerritos at 30-19. Jump ball, arrow now in favor of Cerritos, and we're going the other way. .6:20 to go and counting here in the first half. 30-19 now your score. Lynette Garcia looking inside for Cuevas. That ball tapped out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Falcons. 20 on the shot clock. Serena going to bring it in. She'll find Cuevas. They're looking for Serena on a set play. Can't get it back to her. Instead, Garcia's going to try her hand from the corner. And the corner 3 good for Lynette Garcia. Not just the Rendon sisters, they can shoot it from deep for the Falcons. Garcia gets into the mix. Back to a bit of a matchup zone look here from Cerritos. Black, who has hit a triple, gives off to Sarge. Sarge in the scoring book. Mendoza fouled going into the lane. See if they put it on Cuevas. Nope. They'll get Stana. Substitution here. This is going to be Hannah Lewis. Come on for Leslie Black. Mendoza at the foul line. Cut the lead 13, 33-20. That shot up, no good, but 2 shots coming to Serena Rendon. Now going to go against Sarai Sarge. Yesenia Rendon will check back into the ball game. The Rendon sisters back onto the floor along with Jade Johnson, Stana, and Garcia. For Cerritos, up by 13. First free throw off the mark from Serena. Second free throw is good. Mendoza will bring it up for the Griffins, trailing by double digits. This is Lewis. Lewis looking for some room, and she's going to be fouled by Jay Johnson. Free throw up and good from Lewis. .504 remaining in the second quarter. That one drops in. Under 5 to go. Second quarter. Stana finds Johnson on the doorstep. Johnson finishes. Nice find from Kayla. Matern from 3, can't leave her open. She buries it. Ciara Matern easily in double figures. We'll have a point total here for you shortly. Stana, she'll fire from 3, the lefty. Off the mark, Johnson right there for the putback. That's good work from Jay Johnson down low. Garcia, no, that's going to be a travel on Hannah Lewis.
Coming in for Grossmont, number 21, Janelle Russo. First team's number 2, Mariah Laura.
Garcia's will try from the top of the key, and Garcia feeling it here in the first half for the Falcons. Lewis will try to answer from deep. That one well off the mark. Johnson handles the rebound. Cerritos going to slow things up. Get a little bit more methodical in their execution. Yesenia driving the lane. Gives off. Laura, Rendon, Garcia, Yesenia in the corner. That one halfway down and out. Serena had a near steal. Yesenia on the reach in. .305 to go in the second quarter. Lewis kicks it back. Looking for return down low. And that one on the sideline. Turns it over. Yesenia comes off. Serena still on the floor. Garcia will bring it up. She's hit a long one. This is Laura from three. That one off the mark. Johnson battling for the board. Threw it away though. Black with the steal. Matern wide open three. Another one. I'm going to say Matern's approaching 20 here in the first half. Travel. See if we can get a point total here for Matern here in the first half. She's been terrific, keeping the Griffins in it. Still trail it by 12. A lot of work to go. Foul called against Billups. This is going to be a two-shot foul off of the ball. Lewis going to the line here. 16 first half points for Chiara Matern. Showing off some game here in the first half. 1 of 2 good from the free throw line for Hannah Lewis. Madison Lane now into the ball game here for Cerritos. Has the ball right now tapped off of her fingers and out of bounds. Mendoza on the dribble, gives off to Black. Black driving the baseline, a little bit of daylight, and has that shot blocked by Serena. Mendoza at the top of the key. That one's short, rebounded by Serena Rendon. Rendon will bring it up ahead. She's at the mid-post. She'll give out to Lynette Garcia. She's had the hot hand here in the first half in addition to the Rendon sisters. Instead, Billups pulls up from the corner. That one's off the mark. Rendon now with it on the far side, or on the near side rather, gives up to Garcia. Garcia driving the lane, pulls up from 15. Garcia fouled in the act. She's going to the line. 1:01 to go here in the second quarter.
That was for 21. You know, we saw first personal for Scott. Lynette Garcia was live.
Two up and good for Lynette Garcia. It's been Rendon and Garcia here in the first half for Cerritos. And Jay Johnson doing work on the boards. Johnson going to pick up the foul, though. Pulled down the arm of Mendoza, going to the line now.
That was 22, Jay Johnson. First personal. Mendoza 22.
Mendoza good on one of them. 41 seconds to go here in the first half. Rendon with it on the far side, gives up to Garcia. Johnson from the mid post. That shot off of the back iron comes off to Matern. Chiara Matern. The screen from Rousseau gives back to Mendoza. Matern looking for it. Pretty identical in terms of shot clock and game clock here. Black from three at the end of the first half for the Griffins. Gets it into single digits. And the Griffins hanging around. Garcia from three. That one is off the mark. And we'll go in at the half, 42-33, and the Griffins showing a little resiliency at the end of the first half. You're watching 3C2A Women's Basketball live on SoCal College Sports. start of the second half. Cerritos up by 9. It's the Rendon sisters leading the way, 29 points combined between the two of them. Yesenia with 15, 14 for Serena. Lynette Garcia with 9 as well. 16 first half points for Chiara Matern, leading all scorers. Horton down low, runs into a Rendon wall. Roberson reverses it around. This is Mendoza, 15 on the shot clock. Black from the top of the key. That one looked like it was partially blocked by Garcia. Nope, they're going to say that it was just a shot that was way off. Nine's ready to go. We're watching 3C2A women's college basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Yesenia has that one blocked. Off to the races. Here we go for the Griffins. This is Mendoza. Mendoza being harassed by a couple of players. Matern into the lane. Can't get the floater to go. Roberson taps it out of bounds. Going back to the Falcons. Well, it was a tough performance for the men earlier today versus Chaffee, going down. Only their third loss on the season. They'll be back. Yesenia Rendon spins in the lane. She's going to be fouled underneath by Black. No, they're going to get Roberson. Well, they're going to get Horton. Horton's not in the game right now, I don't believe. Maybe she is. Okay, they are going to get Devan Horton. So Yesenia Rendon to the free throw line. 43. Second free throw also good, 44-33. Matern has that shot waved off. Offensive foul. This is going to go, I believe, against Jonelle Rousseau. Rousseau trying to free up Matern. That's a tough break for the Griffins. Matern got the floater to go. Garcia kicks out. This is Serena from 3. That one off the back heel, but it's rebounded by Gomez. Jessica Gomez keeps it alive for Cerritos and a fresh clock. Over to Yesenia. Can't give her that much room. That one in and out. Roberson coming away with a rebound. Fends everybody off. Gives off to Rousseau. Rousseau kicks it over to Mendoza. Shot out from Black. That one long. Rebounded on the far side by Roberson, and Matern puts it in with the runner. Well, the next time we're back at it, Cerritos will be here facing Pasadena City. That one into the lane. No good. That'll be on Friday the 18th. Yesenia, that one off the mark to the left, rebounded by Gomez again. So a couple of back-to-back offensive rebounds. This time it's Serena, and Serena connects on a triple. That's a great job by Gomez keeping it alive. And Serena, this is just way too much room right in between Black and Mendoza. Good recognition there. Get the feet ready. Phillips will check back in. I'll check that. Jay Johnson will come on for Cuevas. .701 to go. Inside point blank, that's Horton. Horton puts it up and in. Yesenia over to Serena, and Serena off the mark. Return. Kicks it up ahead to Mendoza. Dangerous pass over the outstretched arms of Gomez. Mendoza over to Matern. Wide open three. No. Shocker there. Johnson up again for the rebound. That one blocked by Yesenia. Rendon pads the stats. Garcia with a rebound. She'll bring it up. Over to Gomez. Garcia who hit a triple in the first half, so she has some range. Inside Johnson. Beautiful feed. Jay Johnson puts it up and in. It's a nice find down low. 49-37. So we see the replay here as Garcia draws the defense, kicks Johnson up off the glass for the finish. Back in a minute here on SoCal College Sports. .6:04 to go here in the third quarter. You're watching 3C2A women's basketball live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Roberson over to Matern. Matern from three. She was hot in the first half. She's cooled off considerably here in the second. Roberson with the offensive board. Can't put it back in. Jay Johnson with a rebound.
Couple of very good looks on that trip down for Grossmont.
Rendon into the lane with a left-handed finish. No. Rebounded by Roberson. Mendoza quickly back the other way, still within striking distance are the Griffins. Reverse layup, this time by Horton.
Mike, if I'm on that Cerritos bench right now, I'm a little nervous about the quality of looks that Grossmont is getting here in this third quarter.
Agreed. Yesenia Rendon up to the basket, fouled. Going to go to the line. And Tricia Kozlowski not happy about the defensive effort on the other end. And with good reason. That's a great point because Grossmont getting whatever they want. Now Cerritos scoring at a higher clip, obviously up into a double-digit lead now after the made free throw from Yesenia. But you give a team with a couple of pretty good shooters in Black and Matern. You know, they're a 9-0 run away from being, within a one-score ball game.
Yeah, this is a precarious type of lead at 12. If you're Cerritos, you give up one run the other way, all of a sudden Grossmont seizes momentum and maybe they can steal one. They're just close enough to do that.
Got to reverse it. Here's Matern. She had a little bit of daylight from three. Instead, she has that one blocked by Serena Rendon. That one taken away. It's going to be a jump ball arrow in favor of Cerritos. Jay Johnson putting in more work down low.
Yeah, watch Johnson after the clean rebound, and
it's a block and a rebound.
It was a block and a steal at the same time. You don't see that too often. Does she get credit for both in the scorebook? Because she should. She really should get a block and a steal.
She's at home. I would hope so.
Talk to John Van Gaston.
See if we can get some clarity on that.
At least a why she didn't if he made a different decision.
He's a Jedi stat master.
Yeah, you know how JVG just loves to be second guessed about anything.
Yeah, have fun arguing that. Rusa will come off. Hannah Lewis. This is Serena. I don't think she called bank from three. Nearly went in. Rebound fought for in one. This is going to be Serena going to bat. Jump ball again. This time the arrow in favor of the Griffins. So it's going back to Grossmont, trailing by 12. 4:35 to go in the third quarter. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on tonight's coverage. Shout out to Matt Henson Emery Johnson, also part of the crew here at SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mendoza brings it in. Really zero respect for the shooting ability of Mendoza, and she hasn't really displayed an ability to hit that outside shot to this point. Jasenia really sagging off. Instead, she gets a pretty wide open look. She can't bake it in.
Yeah,
rebounded by Laura.
The stop and go ultimately worked for Mendoza, and she had a great look point blank but couldn't finish.
Jasenia runs in to Jade Johnson. She kicks off to Serena. Laura into the mid post. Johnson, nice feed. It's a missed opportunity there. Roberson comes around, and I think that's just a case of Serena running into the defensive player. She's still down, is Serena Rendon. It's a big collision from Roberson. Lewis on the other end. That ball is going to be tapped out of bounds. And Jeff, can we see the replay here on the collision? Go ahead and bring that back, that slider, just a little bit. We'll see this right here on the collision. Yeah, Roberson doesn't really move off of her spot. That's good no call by the referee.
Yeah, I think if anything there, that's a charge if Roberson wants it. And obviously, since she stayed standing, she wasn't really going for that call.
And Serena Rendon a little shaken up. Take a break in the action. 3:38 to go in the third quarter. (51-39). We're in the third quarter. Cuevas overcommits on the dribble, kicks it back out. This is Jasenia Rendon. Back inside to Cuevas. Cuevas closed out by Rosen. She brings it back to Billups. Billups over to Gomez. 9 on the shot clock. That one off of the backboard, off of the rim. Gomez tracks down her own rebound. Billups, near side wing.
You know, Mike, the Falcons are doing a terrific job of working the ball inside and then back out for good looks, but they're not ready to shoot on the perimeter. That's the final part of that offensive theory, is you have to be set and ready to shoot once you generate the open shot.
Exactly right. Yesenia on the dribble, kicks it back out. Staiana over to Gomez. Billups running the baseline. Inside, great cut, good find. Roberson with the foul, and Staiana going to the line.
This is a nice bit of offense.
That's tremendous offense. That's a great job by Cuevas. Look at the way, can you bring the slider back just a little bit here, Stoy? Watch Cuevas really screen off on Roberson. Roberson late to react. She has to come over. She brings a hand down. Staiana going to the line. Great offense. Just a reminder, everybody can watch this broadcast in its entirety on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. We are broadcasting live via YouTube. You have a YouTube-enabled device, smartphone, tablet, PC. You got a Roku, you got a Apple TV. Upscale this thing to 4K. Broadcasting in high definition. Lewis on the far side up to Mendoza. Mendoza wide open three, and she swishes it home. Her first triple of the ball game cuts it to a 10-point game. And she said, you know what, that's a little bit too much room. I'm done playing around here. She swishes it in.
Griffin fans wondering, where has that been?
Yesenia puts it up over Roberson.
And a little primal scream afterwards, too.
Liked it. Back to a 12-point advantage for the Falcons. 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Mendoza on the dribble, kicks it out to Matern. Matern cold here in the second half. She had 16 at the half. Roberson tries to put that one up over Cuevas, tracks down her own rebound. She's on the baseline looking for a cutting Mendoza. Mendoza kicks off to Black. Black from 12 feet.
That's a nice alert play from Mendoza. After she loses the handle briefly trying to come down with this in crowd. We'll have to touch pass back outside. Oh, Larry Bird.
Finish from Leslie Black, back to a 10-point advantage. Yesenia over to Billups.
And she puts one through a defender's legs. That'll really be something.
Gomez from 3. That one went backboard first. Quick foul from Staiana. That's only the second team foul here on the Falcons, going the other way. Sarah Hernandez will check in for Cuevas. So Cerritos goes a little small here. I wonder at what point do you bring back Johnson? Jay Johnson's been terrific in terms of really battling in the trenches here for Cerritos. Roberson battling from position down low. That pass off the mark from Mendoza. Tracked down by Billups. Billups going to bring it up here for Cerritos with a 10-point lead. Gomez jabs left, goes right, down the lane. Roberson comes to help. That shot altered. It's off the back iron. Matern with a rebound. Matern over to Mendoza. Mendoza in the middle of the lane throws that pass away. It's a second turnover back-to-back for Mendoza.
Yeah, Black was open just briefly, but Mendoza couldn't get a handle on it to get the pass in time. By the time that she made that pass, a couple of white jerseys in the area, and the turnover gives it back to Cerritos.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. It's still a 10-point lead for Cerritos. Yesenia driving the lane. Billups pulls up, puts it in. Nice soft touch for Billups.
That is pretty. How often have we been talking about that we'd like to see the pull-up? Here it is.
Yeah, there you go.
You go on a drive, you pull up right there.
Terrific fundamental basketball story. Jump stop right on cue.
There's a few guys we've been watching that we would have liked to have seen that move a little bit more.
Mendoza, her second triple. Cuts it to a 9-point contest. 10 seconds to go. Yesenia Rendon with the ball. Will she keep it herself? She will. She's going to be fouled.
It's a good answer to get back with under 10 seconds. Now an opportunity to head to the line and get a couple of points on the board and take a double-digit lead into the fourth quarter.
First free throw, nothing but twine for Yesenia. Second one, not as clean, but it scores for one. Mendoza will try to throw it the length of the floor, looking for a turn. 2 seconds left. Staiana will fire from the top of the key. And no good. We'll go into the final quarter of play, 58-47. Cerritos in control. Final quarter of play, 58-47, Cerritos with a lead, working right to left here in the second half. Serena Rendon gives it off to Yesenia Rendon. High horn look. Yesenia still with it, gives off to Gomez, over to here to Garcia. Lynette driving in, scoop shot up, good from Lynette Garcia. She's in double figures here. Nice move here from Lynette Garcia. Indeed, the Euro step for Lynette.
Yeah, fake toward the corner and a Euro step through. Can't do it a whole lot better.
So the lead out to 13. Roberson trying to back off her defender. That shot up, no good. Tries to track it down. She does. Great effort by Roberson. Matern from 15.
And if you're Cerritos, you just have to have a little more urgency than that. Roberson able to go really unchallenged and get her own rebound.
Garcia with the crossover. Tried to go with a no look. Had that pass thwarted by Mendoza, who's off to the races. She'll lay it up and lay it in.
Mendoza coast to coast.
Quick 4-0 run here for the Grossmont Griffins.
And within 9, hanging around, Michael.
Well, the Griffins doing their best alligator impression. This is going to be a travel from Gomez. Jessica whistled for steps. Cerritos now starting to get a little nervous. Not executing. You got to put it in the hands of your playmakers. Rendon sisters and Lynette Garcia has been pretty good here in the second half, although she did turn it over just a couple of possessions ago. Black with it near side, looking for a cutting Roberson instead of this is Lewis from about 18 feet. That one's off the bar. Roberson with a rebound off to Mendoza. Mendoza with her offensive rebound puts it up and puts it back in. The lead is 7 for the Falcons.
And again, it starts with Roberson getting on the glass. And then again, nobody boxes out. And Mendoza follows her own shot and pulls the Griffins within 7.
Well, the Griffins coming in 1-11. And they have a sense of urgency to put another W in the win column. Still down by 7. Let's see if Cerritos can shore things up when we come back. The lead down to 7 for the Falcons. A 6-0 run. Here for Grossmont after the lead had swelled to 13. That one blocked and out of bounds. This is going to go off of Gomez, or will it stay here?
And
no,
now,
it's off of Roberson.
And now for the Falcons, Michael, the challenge becomes to match the intensity. The Griffins have seized a measure of momentum.
Johnson back into it. Yesenia from 3. That one's short. And Cerritos pressing a little offensively. Mendoza again ahead of the pack all the way to the rack, and she'll lay it up and in. The lead is 5.
A little slow rotating back on defense, and Mendoza gets behind and able to finish at the rim.
The fourth quarter, 60-55, and the Griffins clawing their way back into this one. Garcia on the baseline. Has Gomez down low. She'll give it back to her. Trapped in the corner. She puts it up. Tries to put it in. Roberson alters the shot. Garners a rebound, and we're back the other way. Grossmont can make this a one-possession ball game.
You know, Mike, it's very tempting to talk about Tricia Kozlowski on the sideline for Cerritos, but I think this moment is really about the leaders on the floor for the Falcons.
Mendoza to the rack, lays it up and lays it in. It's a 3-point advantage for Cerritos.
You need your leaders on the floor to step up.
5-on-4. Let's see if Cerritos can recognize that this is going to be a defensive foul. This is going to go against Mendoza. Pretty good foul there. We're waiting for Roberson to get back into the fray. Stayana will come on. She'll come on for Gomez, excuse me. Well, the Griffins has hung around throughout. And just when it looked like it was going to get away from them, they come roaring back. They're going to give Roberson a blow here.
And that's a welcome sight for the Falcons. Roberson's been a terror on the boards.
Really has on both ends.
This is where you need to take advantage of your Cerritos.
Rendon, Yesenia into the lane. She's fouled. That's terrific recognition there from Yesenia. Hey, the big man isn't in there. I'm going right to the rack and see if I can get paid.
You know, I think during this run for Grossmont, you still have to be impressed with the Falcons maintaining their aggressiveness. They continue to try and get something going toward the basket, knowing that a couple of good things can happen when you get your offense going at the basket. You can make shots or get to the line, and obviously that's what Rendon was able to do to stop the run at least with 1 point.
61-57. So as of now, I guess technically not a two-possession ball game, but you'd need a lot of help if it was only going to be a one possession. Return from the short corner. That shot blocked by Staiana. Good reaction time there. That's a travel from Jay Johnson. She dragged the pivot foot.
Well, it looked like she lost the handle as she tried to go and make the pass, and that ball was supposed to be out before the pivot foot picked up.
Lewis comes
and it
off,
wasn't.
And back comes Roberson.
Thought that last shot in the half-court set was a little quick from a turn.
Roberson cutting to the basket. That pass deflected. Garcia off to Staiana. And possession back to Cerritos. 6:12 to go in this one. Staiana over to Yesenia. Wide open three-point shot off of the mark.
Falcons haven't made a three-point shot since very early in the third quarter.
Yeah, since a while ago. Black being harassed. Going to be a timeout called by Grossmont. It's a good one. Near turnover there, but the timeout called in favor of the Griffins. 5:55 to go. It's a 4-point contest here at the Aviary. How about Satori Roberson's line tonight? 2 points, 12 rebounds.
And the Ben Wallace school.
It's Reggie Evans-esque right there.
That's where Ben Wallace, she's got to throw in about 5 or 6 block shots. A defensive player of the game.
I got to tell you, I think she's got a couple of those too.
Yeah.
Return still leading the way, presumably here for Grossmont. Of course, our stats always unofficial.
Yeah, I think you undersold it slightly. The Reggie Evans line is no points to go with 16 rebounds.
Mendoza driving on the baseline, kicks it back to Roberson. Roberson turns around, and it's a hot potato out of bounds.
Yeah, goes to make that pass before locating Mendoza. That, of course, one of the risks.
Mendoza has really been the offensive spark plug here in the second half for the Griffins. A couple of triples. And she's been out ahead of the pack in transition offensively. Senia into the lane. Jay Johnson going up for the rebound. Mistimed her jump. Matern now with it for Grossmont. On the far side, looking for Mendoza. Will she get it back? No, she'll go inside. Horton fouled by Garcia.
Good job by Horton going into her move very quickly, and she gets herself to the line.
Very decisive. Coach Tricia Kozlowski. What's a call? On the other end. I believe she feels Serena was fouled her last time down. Both free throws long from Horton. So the lead remains 4 here for Cerritos with 5 minutes to go. Stayana off to Johnson. Jay Johnson reverses. Yesenia driving the baseline. It's going to be a block. Third team foul on the Griffins. Yesenia gives in to Jay Johnson. Johnson traveled before she went into her move. Couple travels here for Jade in the last couple minutes. So Grossmont continues to hang around here. Under 5 to go in the fourth. Return being guarded by Stana. Has it blocked out of bounds by Jay Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson just watching this one already over.
Cerritos got a volleyball.
Return. Gonna pick that up a little bit. Try and find the open man.
Pass nearly stolen. Mendoza over to Black. Black looking for Matern on the baseline. Matern driving the lane. Floater up. That one off the mark. Rebounded by Yesenia Rendon. Yesenia. Coast to coast, no. Off to Johnson. Johnson up and under move, working against Roberson. Will she have to bring it back out? She has it stolen by Mendoza. Mendoza, no numbers yet. Now 3-on-3. Still with her dribble. Kicks it back to Matern. That's great transition basketball. And Matern with a triple. It's Cerritos by the slimmest of margins at 61-60. Under 4 to go.
Well, that's one way to go inside out. Mendoza all the way inside by herself and back out to Matern.
Garcia, short corner. That one off the back iron. Cerritos has really gone ice cold here in the last several minutes.
Isn't it amazing, Michael, how making a few shots can turn you into a better rebounding team as well? Cerritos getting a lot of second chance points earlier, but not so much now.
Mendoza for the lead? No.
Wonder if maybe she lost the handle a little bit on the way up.
Yeah, I think maybe she had that go maybe off the heel of her hand. It certainly looked like it. We're going to have a timeout called by Cerritos. They're going to tuck things over. Up by 1 now with possession. 3:32 to go. .30 in counting here in the fourth. It's a 1-point lead for the Falcons, and it's just Yesenia Rendon with the basketball. Old man spin, left-handed layup, no good. One and done for the Falcons yet again. This one thrown out of bounds by Leslie Black. It's going back to the Falcons.
Yeah, I think Leslie Black just a little impatient. Wants to get that ball into Mendoza's hands.
It's a nice job by Yesenia Rendon, really applying the pressure after the missed shot. Results in a turnover. Mendoza working on Yesenia, looking for a couple of high picks. Picks up her dribble, looking for her sister. Can't get it to her. Lynette Garcia Now with it, kicks out to Jasenia, way downtown. 3! And the triple good for Jasenia Rendon.
Well, that's your leader stepping up.
Talk about being ready to shoot this thing. Look at that. Steps right into a 3 and bang. Under 3 to go. The lead now out to 4.
That's a massive shot.
Matern looking to answer. Nearly travel. Pulls back and fires and hits. She's up near 20. I think she has it. She's at least 20. Sierra Matern cuts the lead to 2. Yesenia down low. Cuevas lays it up. Can't lay it in point blank. Roberson on the rebound. 5-on-4 if they hurry. Matern in transition. Looking to drive the lane.
Find Mendoza. There you go.
They'll reset the offense here. Roberson ducking in real quick. Matern tying her shoe on the far side. 14 on the shot clock. Roberson with a big pick. Mendoza into the lane. She's fouled. 2 shots coming to Drew Mendoza, and she can tie it up with a couple of made free throws. Second team foul.
Just catch the tail end of the screen there.
Can we pull that back just a little bit here? Watch the screen here from Roberson.
And you got to talk on defense.
I think you're exactly right there, Stoy. I think Cuevas did not do as good a job as she could have. First free throw just long for Mendoza.
Well, that's 3 free throws missed in a row for the Griffins, and trying to pull an upset on the road. And they have played a fantastic fourth quarter so far, but not able to get over the hump.
Got a rebound here. Mendoza rattles one in, back to a 1-point advantage for the Falcons, 64-63. Mendoza hawking Yesenia Rendon. Another high pick, off to Gomez. Gomez, Cuevas, Billups, drives the lane, pulls up, 13-footer. That one off the mark. Battle for the rebound, jump ball, arrow in favor of the Griffins, and they can take the lead here. Jeff, you talked about it earlier. I believe they were up 7 or 9 at the time, and you had to be concerned if you were Cerritos by the shots and the looks that Grossmont was getting. Well, they started to hit a few of them, and now it's a 1-point ball game, 1:40 to go.
Under 2 minutes to go, Mike. Cerritos, Yesenia Rendon has to come and get the ball.
Got to take command. Big 3 earlier here in the fourth quarter. Roberson, 10-footer off the back iron. Tracking down her rebound. Another one? No. It's out to Gomez. 3-on-2. Gomez is going to bring it back here. That's alertly the right thing to do, even though she had numbers. Gomez with the floater. It's good.
That is pretty.
Jessica Gomez doesn't overcommit offensively, brings it back, but then recognizes she has a free run to the basket and puts it up over the extended hand of Roberson coming in. 66-63, 108 to go. You're watching 3C2A women's basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Three-point lead for the Falcons. The Grossmont Griffins with the ball, and Mendoza, who's been fantastic here in the second half with possession. Guarded closely by Billups.
When you talk about Rendon needing to get the ball, Mendoza's got to run the play here.
Looking for Matern. Instead, Horton gets it on the inside. She's guarded by Serena. Turnaround jumper is good. The lead back to 1 for the Falcons.
Mike, I have the distinct feeling that's a pet move for Horton. She looked very comfortable executing that.
I'm familiar with that move. That was my pet move. You stole it from me. 37 seconds to go. Beautifully executed there by Devan Horton.
And if you're the Griffins, you've got to rebound here. Can't allow a second chance.
Yesenia to the rack. No call made. Cuevas with a rebound. Kicks it back out. Yesenia Rendon from 3 and a dagger. No. Rebound tapped around, won by Black. Near steal there. Mendoza, 15 on the game clock. Mendoza can take the lead with a made layup. That's going to be a blocking foul underneath. Going to go against Cuevas, and Mendoza with an opportunity here to tie it up or take the lead.
Just backing up. One more time, see if we can back it up. There's, I think, in position. But that little step back.
Just so tough. First free throw off the mark, and on the season, Mendoza from the free throw line 54%. So let's see if she can right the numbers here.
Falcons still with 2 timeouts. See if Trisha Kozlowski takes a timeout.
Second one off the mark, and now a fouling situation. Billups with the rebound. Hugely missed opportunity for the Grossmont Griffins on that trip to the free throw line for Drew Mendoza. Could have taken the lead, but she comes up empty. It's still 66-65. And both teams not in the bonus. So we'll have a 30-second timeout called by Cerritos to draw up a play. A 1-11 coming in here for Grossmont, but look a lot better than a 1-11 team. I got to tell you that.
Yeah, they've got some pieces to work with here.
Losers of 9 straight. Well, you had a couple of players that got hot here in the second half, particularly Drew Mendoza, who really couldn't buy a bucket in the first half. She has a couple triples. She's into double figures. Matern with over 20 in this one. I think that's official. And Roberson has really been the spark plug in terms of being the offensive rebounder, keying in on extra possessions. And DeVan Horton's been very nice down low. Going to that pet turnaround jumper. Made use of it a couple times. 11.4 seconds to go. It's Cerritos' ball. It's going to be a quick foul, you'd have to assume.
You got to be careful from this spot on the floor with horizontal passes across the court.
You got a foul.
Get it into Rendon. Oh, they wasted about 5 seconds there. You got a foul just immediately.
Yeah, because you still have one to give. So next foul is free throws, but now the clock a decided enemy. Near steal, Lewis with a bit of a push out there, able to foul. Nearly an intentional foul. I think, yeah, exactly it.
Well, how are you going to call an intentional foul? I don't understand that.
Well, the intentional
with 7
foul,
seconds.
It's a tough call, but she's not going for the ball. We're going to watch this on replay here. As we go to replay, Lewis, there's one push, and here's a second push. She just pushes her again. And I think that's the right call. You got to make a play on the ball.
You still got to make an effort to steal the ball.
One push, 2 push, and you know, if she maybe would have grabbed her, it would have been one thing, but you get the extended shove, and
yeah.
Now a couple of.
Well, that's a tough break for Grossmont. It's going to allow the Falcons to potentially put this one out of reach without even a last-second shot. If Rendon can
it's not
take care of business.
It's not the wrong call. I think they missed the previous push,
yeah,
which they were going for.
Yep. No, I think as we saw on the replay, and I think that call is correct, and I think you just got to be more aware of the situation and what you need to do.
It's a tough call in that spot, but it's not the incorrect call. Now Lewis, another foul. This time on Giusseni, and Giusseni with 3 seconds left can really put this one on ice.
Yep. One more makes it a 2 possession, barring a foul.
You have some fans saying that's exactly the same foul.
And it's really not. But
really isn't. Hey, if I were a fan of Grossmont, I would have said the same thing. First free throw is good, that'll put it on ice.
Well, you know, and I think if you're an official in that kind of situation, boy, the last thing you really want to do is decide the game based on a call. But I think, again, having a couple of looks at it.
Back-to-back pushes, extended pushes.
Yeah,
you know,
I think there's no play on the ball whatsoever there. And if you need to make a play on the ball, then the call is exactly correct.
After they made free throws, 70-65. And, well, this is one that just got away here from Grossmont. They were within striking distance. They made a valiant effort, but in the end, Cerritos will prevail to 11-8.
You know, Mike, this was our first look at Grossmont College, but this has the kind of look, as we watch them here tonight, of a team that maybe just needs to buy in a little bit more. I think the talent is there, and I think when they played with a little more urgency in the fourth quarter, got after it a little bit more, they had a lot of success, and ultimately almost came back to steal this game after trailing by double digits for a lot of the third quarter.
Doesn't help for Cerritos that they went ice cold on your home floor. Now, granted, it's early January, so you're just coming out of the break, and you know they came out a little flat in the second half. And it's a teaching tool for Tricia Kozlowski. There's going to be a turnover here, and Lewis will throw that one out of bounds. So this is all but over. Full timeout called here. It will be a formality, but the Falcons will improve to 11-8, 1-12 now in the season. Grossmont will fall. Exciting finish. Anticlimactic, though.
Exciting fourth quarter, not as exciting last 5 seconds.
Come on, last 11 seconds. It's not short.
Yeah, the issue was still very much in doubt.
We're back on the 18th, 9 days from today. It's Cerritos taking on Pasadena City.
You're not going to give me the Ed Rooney on how many days? How many days?
Rooney! 9 days.
Well, that's a surprise to me, Mike.
You have me make a phony phone call to Edward Rooney? I hope a couple people got that reference.
No, I think we went as far as we could to bring it around to the. We gave you most of the scene.
Well, it's amateur hour here at the end. Another foul called. By amateurs, I mean us. Primarily me. Excuse me.
Who else could it be?
1 second remaining. A foul called. So that's one at the end where you could just kind of maybe swallow the whistle a little bit, let time run out. Free throw up and good by Gomez. Well, special thanks to everybody here at Cerritos College, always really helping out. JVG and the man at the desk, Russ May, Tricia Kozlowski, and the entire athletic department here at Cerritos College. So live from the aviary, it's a 72-65 win for the Cerritos College Falcons. Again, they move to 11-8 to 1-12. Grossmont falls to. For Jeff Stoynoff, Jorge Zepeda, I am Mike Zepeda signing off. We'll see you back on the 18th here from the aviary. Have a good night.